If you're ready to make this Christmas the most magical one yet, then you've come to the right place. Today we are doing a DIY Christmas decorating extravaganza. We are going to be creating dazzling Christmas trees, elegant centerpieces, wreaths, and so much more. We are going to get started by crafting some Christmas trees. I have 2 urns and 2 trellises, and we're going to make a Christmas tree out of these. Now, if you don't have a trellis, you can use a tomato cage, and that will work just as well. To attach my garland to my trellis, I'm going to be using some floral wire. I cut 4-inch long segments of this floral wire. I wrapped it around the garland and then wrapped it around the top of the metal trellis. I twirled this garland around the metal trellis, and each time the garland made a complete rotation, I took a piece of floral wire and wrapped it around the garland. The floral wire will attach the garland to the trellis and keep it from sliding down. Once I was finished creating my first trellis Christmas tree, I moved on to the second one, and I did the exact same steps to create this Christmas tree. This year, my color scheme is blue and white with gold accents. And the way I've been able to infuse this color scheme into my decor has been with ribbons. I got a whole bunch of ribbons at Hobby Lobby. We're going to be adding a striped gold and navy blue ribbon to this Christmas tree. I'm twisting this ribbon into loops and attaching it to the tree with floral wire. I'm also using some plain white ribbon as well. Now it's time to fill my tree with ornaments and botanicals. I'm using similar ornaments and the same botanicals that I used on my garland. I'm using the blueberries, the white leaves, and the gold berries. Using the same decorative elements will create a cohesive and unified look between the garland and the Christmas tree. And then at the tippity top of my tree, I'm going to add a sparkly crystal snowflake. I used the same decorations on both trees so they would be as close to identical as possible. If you're looking to create a cheap, easy Christmas tree, this project is for you. We only needed a couple of items to create this tree. It was so simple, so easy, but it looks complicated and expensive. In the center of this large mirror, I wanted to create a wreath. Now, I was inspired by the wreaths that are both in my bedroom and also on the shelves next to the TV here in this space. So we are going to combine the ideas of both the wreath in here and the wreath in my bedroom to create this wreath. What I needed was a flocked pine wreath as well as a bottle brush wreath. This bottle brush wreath was from Five Below and it was only $3, so that's a great price. I'm going to take this bottle brush wreath and place it over the top of the flocked pine wreath. I'm going to attach them together by taking a long segment of the floral wire and wrapping it around both wreaths. Then I twisted the wires at the back to attach the wreaths together. Both the wreath in my bedroom and the wreath in here have some leaf and berry picks. So we're gonna create some of those for this wreath. I got a frosted leaf, a white leaf, gold berries, and blueberries. And all I'm gonna do is stack the leaves and the berries on top of each other. At the bottom, I did the frosted leaf, then the white leaf, and then the gold and blue berries. I got a segment of the floral wire and I wrapped it around the tops of these stems to attach them together. And then to attach these picks to my wreath, I'm just getting more of that floral wire and I'm going to wrap it around the bottle brush wreath. In the center, I'm going to add a bow. This navy blue Merry Christmas ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. I'm simply going to tie it into a bow, take some floral wire, wrap it around the bow, and then attach it to my wreath. To hang my wreath on my mirror, I'm going to be using a command hook. I just placed it in the center of my mirror and then took my wreath and hung it on the command hook. This wreath is the perfect addition to this space because it bridges both the wreaths on my shelf and the wreath in my bedroom together, and it adds a festive touch to this display. In my foyer, I have some lanterns that I spruced up to add some elegance to that space. I love those lanterns so much that I wanted to add a set of lanterns in here as well. I purchased these lanterns at Bell's a few years ago, and this light blue color on the lanterns is perfect for our display. What I'm going to do with my lanterns is fill it with some frosty snow. I took some handfuls of frosty snow and added it to the bottom so we had a wintry base for our deer. These deer are from Ross. They're lucite deer. They're so pretty, and I just nestled them right inside of the snow. We're going to enhance the top of our lanterns with some snowflakes and bows. These snowflakes are from Ross again. They were a great price, and they're so pretty. These lucite snowflakes coordinate beautifully with our deer inside the lantern. What I did was take a segment of floral wire, thread it through the loop on the snowflake ornament, wrap it around the snowflake bow, and then twist the wire around the handle on the lantern. With a few added details, we were able to turn our lanterns into some festive Christmas pieces. I added each lantern on either side of a large mirror. Now, this mirror is a mirror that you just hang on your wall. The reason why we can turn this wall mirror into a tray is because of the raised metal circle around it. It looks like handles, so you can just pick up the tray. Nobody knows that it was originally intended for the wall because it looks perfect as a tray. Now, on top of the tray, we are going to add the most stunning lucite deer. This deer is from Home Goods. It was a little more expensive at $39.99, but I've been looking for one for a very long time. I love the swirly antlers and the impressive size. The final addition to our display is this long frosted pine garland. It has some frosted pine cones in it, and it gives the overall display a wintry feel. This wall right here is one of my favorite places to decorate every single Christmas because it's grand in scale, so it needs a grand display. And I think we were able to achieve that this year. The tall trellis Christmas trees are striking. The lanterns add a cozy touch. The deer in the lantern coordinate with the grand deer in the center of the mirror, and the wreath ties everything together. Now it's time to decorate my favorite room in this entire house, which is the kitchen. We are going to start off by creating an extraordinary centerpiece. I put down a vinyl runner first, and over the top I have a glass riser. Now you guys, this riser is actually a computer riser, right? Like you put your computer on it to like lift it up a little bit. My uncle had an extra one of these, so he gave it to me. He's like, I know you can do something with this, and he's right. We are turning this computer riser into a decorative riser we're going to be using for our centerpiece. So I placed this glass riser over the runner. Then I took a circular marble cutting board and placed it on one side of the riser. To the center of this marble circle, I'm going to add a forest of bottle brush Christmas trees. I have Christmas trees in a variety of different sizes and colors. I bunched them together and then put a large glass cloche over the top. Because the riser is glass and you can see underneath it, this gives us a great opportunity to add something below. I took some pieces of garland and a few frosted stems of leaves, as well as gold berries, and I put this greenery underneath the riser. It adds the wintry foliage that makes this centerpiece feel festive. You guys know that I love ginger jars. I use them all the time when I decorate, so I'm going to add a trio of white ginger jars to my riser. I'm taking a segment of navy blue ribbon, wrapping it around the jar, and I'm placing a lucite snowflake ornament in the center. These are the same ornaments we added to our lanterns. Using them over here ties the spaces together. To fill any vacant spaces on my display, I simply took some more of those bottle brush Christmas trees and added them to the display. This centerpiece is classy, beautiful, and festive, and it fits perfectly on my large island. An easy way to tie in your color scheme to any space is to add some ribbon to your light fixture, which is what I did in here. I took that gold and navy blue striped ribbon and I tied a bow around each of my lanterns, and then I also tied some bows around the sconces by my fridge. This simple and easy touch makes a big impact in a space. To this back countertop over here, I'm going to add some mini displays. I took a rectangular marble tray, placed it at the bottom, then I got a scalloped plate that has a beautiful gold rim, put it on top of the marble tray, and then I created a floral arrangement. Inside this floral arrangement, it has all kinds of white Christmas florals and berries. I also added some gold berries and blueberries to tie in the color scheme. Next to the floral arrangement, I have a tall bottle brush Christmas tree as well as a glass Christmas tree. I was shopping at HomeGoods and I found the most beautiful wreath. It is gold and it has these gems on it that look like frosty snow. So pretty. I had to have it. I'm going to add this wreath to the backsplash behind my pot filler. I got a command hook and I placed it on the tile and then hung the wreath on the command hook. This wreath is so stunning. I did not want to add any extra embellishments. I'm leaving it as is and I think it looks gorgeous. My tall glass fronted cabinets are also going to get some new additions. I have some snowflake plates that I'm adding inside, as well as a sentimental Christmas plate that I've had for years. At the top, I have some merry and bright plates. These pieces bring in a subtle Christmas touch to my cabinets. I'm amazed by the festive Christmas atmosphere that these decorated pieces bring to my kitchen. The charming forest scene centerpiece, the ribbons, plates, mini displays, and crystal wreath make it feel like a winter wonderland. It brings so much joy and cheer into my daily cooking routine. All I need to do is look around and I feel the holiday spirit. I find myself lingering in the kitchen, admiring the mesmerizing beauty of this space. It truly is a magical sight to behold. Now that we're done decorating the kitchen, we are going to create a display for our breakfast table. Now, we're not going to do anything elaborate because we actually use this table for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so it has to be something that's easily transportable. What I did was I got a marble Lazy Susan and I placed it in the center of a vinyl runner. This vinyl runner is the same runner that's on my kitchen countertop. If you remember, we created this orchid arrangement. It was a dupe and we saved ourselves so much money by making it ourselves. We are going to add this orchid arrangement to the center of the marble Lazy Susan. To theme this orchid arrangement, we are going to add some blue ribbon. I wrapped the ribbon around each orchid stem and then tied it into a bow. To add an additional festive touch, we're going to place some gold ornaments at the base of the arrangement. These ornaments add an extra sparkle in between the leaves. In front of the orchid arrangement, I'm going to put a Joy Noel sign. It's the perfect size for this centerpiece, and it's a great reminder of the joy that this Christmas season brings. It's finally time to decorate the tree. I turned this into a family affair. I had been so busy with so many other decorations and I was running out of time, so it was all hands on deck. I recruited everybody. They assembled the tree, fluffed the branches, and put up the lights in no time. I love getting the family involved, not only because it makes my job easier, but because they love being involved in decorating the house for Christmas. This tree is so pretty. It's a flock tree. It's 9 feet tall, and it coordinates with the flocked garland that's on my fireplace mantle. First things first, we needed to add a star at the top of the tree. I have this Mercury mirrored star that is beautiful and reflective, and I simply placed it at the top of my tree. We're going to add a whole bunch of ribbon to the tree. We're going to start off with a wide white ribbon. I purchased this from Michael's. I'm also using some more of that navy blue ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby, as well as the striped navy blue and gold ribbon. I simply put the ribbon together, I stacked them on top of each other, and then created a loop. You don't need extra wire to attach these to the tree. All you need to do is get a tree branch and wrap it around the ribbon. I continued to loop the ribbon and drape it down the tree. Every now and again, I would get a branch and wrap it around the ribbon. I did this in several segments. I did some shorter segments of ribbon and some longer ones. I even took the striped blue and gold ribbon and twisted it into little twirls. This ribbon ties the rest of the ribbon in this room together, as well as reinforces my color scheme. Now that the ribbon is in place, we can just load the tree full of all kinds of ornaments. I have the same ornaments that I used on my garland, on my trellis Christmas trees. I have feathered ornaments, a large gold ornaments, snowflake ornaments, just a large variety of festive baubles. I also used some large white poinsettias and some gold poinsettias and placed those sporadically throughout the Christmas tree. And of course, I've got to add the gold berries, blueberries, frosted leaves, white leaves, a variety of different greenery and florals. These tie all the other decorative pieces that we used in this room together. I have a question for you guys. I've seen people put their Christmas trees on risers to raise it up a little bit off the floor. My Christmas tree branches are awfully close to the floor this year, and I'm thinking I may want to raise it up next year. So if you use some kind of riser to elevate your Christmas tree, leave me a comment and let me know what you do. The final piece that we're going to add to the base of our Christmas tree is, of course, a beautiful tree skirt. This tree skirt is cream and it has some beautiful pearls, the same color and pearls that I have on my stocking on the fireplace mantle. These pieces coordinate so beautifully together and make the base of the Christmas tree feel elegant. We're done decorating the Christmas tree. What do you think? It looks so pretty, right? The twinkling lights on my Christmas tree create a warm glow in this room, making this space feel cozy and inviting. The ornaments glisten and reflect the joy and excitement of the holiday season. The tree serves as a centerpiece for festive gatherings where loved ones come together to create new traditions and share in the holiday spirit. So not only are we done decorating our Christmas tree, we are done decorating this entire space. We've done the garland, the shelves, the buffet, the kitchen, the breakfast table, and of course the Christmas tree. This room turned out more beautiful than I could have imagined. This space brings a sense of enchantment and anticipation as we count down the days until Christmas morning. I hope you got some inspiration or some ideas today that you can incorporate into your own Christmas decor. We can live beautifully throughout this entire Christmas season, and we can do it in an affordable way that's specifically created for this time of year. We still have more rooms to decorate in my house, so if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure that you're subscribed so I can share those with you. Thank you so much for watching.